Welcome to the High-Tech Investments News Report for Week 31. The news report covers some of the many investments projects High-Tech Investments is currently involved in so you can follow our progress. We hope you will enjoy this news feed and look forward to your comments and remarks.
Hi, Bo here, and welcome back to this week's news report that is once again crammed with a lot of different news. We have news coming out of Yieldnodes with the CEO Steve here, basically talking about the NFTs. So we're going to go through some of these things here today. We have released several videos also this week, both on a new profit retriever portfolio that you can actually go and test out, try, or simply just follow. And we also have news on another EA, the Prop Cruncher, where also we have new videos on that. We are now in phase 2. And also here we are trading a lot of different account sizes all the way up to 200,000. And obviously we have all the other projects that we also have in place. We're going to go through it all and tell you both the pluses and minus, but we do have one big minus here this particular week. And that is one of the EAs that hasn't blown up, but definitely it took a big hit. And we're also going to have a look at that because it has been one of the best performing so far. Now let's go and start off with Yieldnodes. And basically a couple of days ago here, Steve, the CEO of Yieldnodes, basically wrote an email here to all the members, esteemed members of Yieldnodes community. He says, we are thrilled to share with you that our venture into the realm of non-fungible tokens, NFTs here, is progressing remarkably well. The Yieldnodes NFT has ascended to highly converted number 2 position of the prominent Eden NFT marketplace, and then basically just showing us a bit on where it is on the graph at the moment. And he follows this up. Basically, he says, furthermore, our NFTs are also being actively traded across several other distinguished platforms, and then again, including Unique and also here OpenSea, which was one of the first ones that was actually mentioned back then when we were talking about NFTs out of Yieldnodes. OKX and Tofu also in here. And then he also mentions here that our mission remains centered on the continuous expansion of our reach of establishing of strategy alliances to amplify presence with the NFT landscape, basically expanding on the NFTs and basically provide us with a better platform, hopefully for the future, if anybody wants to sell off. Now also there's an important reminder. So this, we have mentioned here before that there was no deadlines. There is now a deadline in here. So basically pay attention. So the deadline to claim your NFT, Yieldnodes NFT, is rapidly approaching. And basically it comes in on the October 1st at midnight. And then he says midnight UTC +2. And basically unclaimed NFTs after this deadline will be burned, destroyed, thereby increasing the rarity and potential value of the claimed NFTs. While this action will not raise your NFT balance, the advantages associated with NFT ownership, such as self-governance of your balance, the 120% buyback terms, potential marketplace appreciation, and more will basically be forfeited. So in order to help you navigate the new terrain, they have created a comprehensive NFT frequently asked questions sites. There's a big, rich library of the community videos in here in various languages to guide you through buying, selling, storing, and more. And then there is a link in here that you can also see on the screen. Now, if you go to that particular link, it will then take you through a table of contents. That table of contents in here is basically part 1, Yieldnodes NFT. So basically a bit what it is. What is NFT basically? The Yieldnodes NFT frequently asked questions. So there's a lot of things in here already that hopefully you can get answers to. Yieldnodes NFT tutorials and community videos, basically if you want to transfer it to your MetaMask, if you want to add it onto a Ledger wallet, cold wallet, similar to what we have, how to claim your personal Yieldnodes NFTs, or how to buy Yieldnodes NFTs. So there's obviously a lot of information in here, and I definitely urge you to go through some of this. It will take you a bit of time to understand the full part, but obviously in this particular news report, we cannot cover much more than what we have just done. At least you are now aware of the deadlines. Now, if we go to SAPP and the iHost MN website in here, we still have the shared masternoding. And for this particular week, we can see that the stability of the return on the investment per year still around the 60% for the SAPP or Sapphire coin. So that hasn't changed much in the past week. We are up by about 3.5% on the shared masternoding. So that is what we were getting every single week. But overall coin development is pretty much status quo. We are still down at a minus 83%. And again, that has something to do with this particular graph here. As you can see, it has been declining slowly but surely. Very difficult to see because you only have minute changes here at the moment. And again, until NFTs, again, is going to go either back into the Yieldnodes Pro or there's going to be a bit more positive vibe around it. I don't think any of this is going to change. PNY has been the one that has been flat as a pancake. The only thing that still works quite well, of course, is the return on the investment, which means that we are getting more and more coins every single week. And for this particular week, we got just below 10%. Normally it is around 9 to 11%. So still we are within the normal range. And that means that we have also overall coin development that despite the extra coins, we haven't seen any development at all. We are at minus 96.9. And that is pretty much also where we were last week. And that has something to do with the graph again, where things are not really moving and we're not expecting them to either. The last one is the only one where we see some fluctuation. This is the Birake and the Birake exchange linked together with the coin in here. The shared masternoding, we can see we have made pretty much about 9% this week. Also here we are normally looking at around 10%, and that has something to do with the return on the investment. Last week it was at 129%. Now it's down to 127. So it is still within that range, so not a big difference. But as you can see, overall coin development here has gone from minus 10 back to minus 26%. And obviously that is the wrong way at the moment. And the graph clearly shows also that you have a downwards trajectory, which obviously is not very good for all of us that are holding the coins at the moment. But again, it is a development that we would have expected now for quite a few months. If we have a look at Bitcoin and see how that has developed over the week, you can see it's pretty much traded sideways most of the week since our last news report. It has been in the range of roughly 29,000 and it just hit 30,000 a couple of days ago. And since then, it has basically come back down again and are currently trading around the 29,000 mark. And obviously that seems to be the level at the moment for Bitcoin. Now, if we have a look at BNB versus USD, also here, very, very similar again to what we have seen on the Bitcoin side. It was trading sideways all week. The week before, it had a bit of a positive trend, but since then, it also managed up to about $248 here, then dropped back down again, and currently trading sideways at $240, which is well below what we have seen before. Don't forget when BNB was really up there, we were talking about 300, 350, so definitely well below the original value. Now, if we have a look also at the Trillant platform, now the only Trillant news that are basically coming out that we wanted to put in this particular news report here is a new video that has been set up. And basically in the news report, it tells you, if you go through the concept linked in here, you will then have some details and you will have a full video for your landing page, where there's then an entire video showing the community itself, which is obviously very, very nice to have if you want to go out and basically promote this. Now, the text itself goes here, available now in your back office. Send the link to your personalized landing page. On the new landing page, you will find a video presentation in English that explains the entire ecosystem in a comprehensive and easy to understand way. This presentation is an excellent tool to familiarize potential partners and prospects with other visions and goals. We provide you personalized reference links so the prospects can easily register, allowing you to invite new members to our growing community effectively. Currently, the video presentation is available in English, so that's a good thing. At least this time around it comes out in English first. A German version of the video is already in production. As soon as it's available, we will inform you. use this opportunity to scale your business. It has never been so easy. Well, it has never been so easy. If the CEO might want to just open up for a bit of a discussion on the listing for the Trillant itself. Obviously, it is very nice that it's easier to sell the platform, but as long as we don't have any new information at all on how we actually going to get our Trillant out. Trillant is the stable coin, so the one that we stake the tree in here, and then we get the Trillant out, and that is basically what is supposed to drive the entire community. But since we don't really hear anything back from the CEO other than what I have actually mentioned in this particular video here, which is now quite a few weeks old, we are still very much on hold, but there's no official video, there's no official statements or anything else of the sort from Eric, the CEO, which is extremely disappointing. There's nothing on the Telegram apps or either for that particular community, and that is definitely frustrating. Now, I give a couple of details and informations in this video, but again, this comes from unofficial videos that I cannot share basically at the moment here. So that is why it is not really prudent for me to go out and sell Trillant. It is more important simply just to inform you that still you cannot get the payouts that you want. Yes, you can get paid out through Trillant, but the amount of money that we have in here, it's basically not liable to go out and buy shaving cream, computers, and God knows else what here in order to try and get our money back. That is not the whole idea. Yes, we want to support the community, but we want to decide ourselves how we're going to use the individual money, obviously made from this staking project. Now, if we quickly have a look at the tree, and the tree is the one that has the valuable value in here, so that basically goes up and down. That's the one we are staking, not the one we are getting paid out in. You can see that that has gone the wrong way here also, and that is obviously why that is not an opportunity to sell. It was at xt.com at 0.0003501. It's now dropped again here by 0.0003001 is what it's trading at the moment. The volume is also quite low apart from a single spike, as you can see. So not really much is happening on that particular coin side. And the same thing also here goes for the coin store. Here is also ended up last week at 0.0003501. Coin store is 0.0003003. And again, also here, volume only 26 million, similar to last week. That was around 25. Now, if we go and have a look at the money tree, and the money tree this particular week, don't forget that we actually increased the drawdown allowance up to 40%. At the same time, we actually turned down also the lot size itself, basically to give it a bit more room to trade, because we took some hits in recent weeks, and that has been covered in separate videos. So week 30, low risk, we managed to get $219 or 3.8%. Medium risk, not much is happening, so only one or two trades in here, 69.27 or 1.6%, and the high risk one similar exactly, 69.27. or 2.0%. Only difference here is the account size that makes up the different percentage. So you can obviously find more details on the money tree and how we have optimized it and what currency pairs we are using. You can go to our website and you will see both the medium and the high risk in there. There's also a link to LeapFX, and obviously if you also want to buy it, there is actually a possibility to provide you with a 5% discount if you use our coupon code. Now, coupon code is not necessary for the profit retriever. It basically makes the money itself. Top 5 EAs here for that particular week looked very good, and definitely is a lot of Japanese currencies in here. The first one is topping is the Aussie Japanese, $1,029 or 10.3%. So very, very high for just 1 week of profit. And then the second signal for the Aussie Japanese here, $703 or 7.0%. Euro Japanese, $534 or 5.3%. And then we are in the middle of all the Euro parts also here, as you can see. Euro New Zealand, $468 or 4.7%. And then again, Euro USD, $413 or 4.1%. If you would have traded these particular 5 top 5 here for the past week, he would have made $3,148 or 6.3%, and that is definitely a nice and high. If we have then a look at our entire portfolio, and again we have about 25 EAs running in the background on demo test, and then after that the best from the demo test basically goes on live, so that's why we have them. We also have them for copy link services. You can see we have now more than 500 days of history, and monthly returns is 9.6. Don't forget that we're actually not increasing the lot size. That's why you continue to see both the weekly and the monthly returns slowly but surely going down, because 25 accounts, we started off with 250,000. Now we actually have double. So that means the real monthly returns, if we are just looking at a $10,000 account, would be higher. But anyway, if we have a look at the results for the month of July, we can see that actually outperformed both May and June, just slightly. It came in with $19,856 for that particular month. And again, we haven't lost a single account in many, many months. So obviously huge profit once again to gain every single month. And that is basically also a bit on this particular video here, where we have made a new video. We have put it into a slightly different portfolio, just with 5 currency pairs. And this we have done basically on the direction of Expert Forex and Alex, that asked us if we wanted to try and set this up with our existing links we have in here. So if you want to know a bit more about it and how to trade the profit retriever, that might even go on the FTMO in the future. Right now we are just testing. We are seeing how this is developing. The profits is extremely good on that particular site at the moment. But the important part when you're talking about FTMO is obviously the drawdown. Try to keep within it. So we might have to make some adjustments as we go along, but that's the whole idea of testing these things out. And you can actually also follow it straight from our website as usual. So the portfolio trading, you simply have a button in here again on the profit retriever where you have our entire portfolio overview. And now you also have this FTMO 200,000 account portfolio trading that you can follow every single day whenever you like. Now on top of this, we also have, of course, the best signals that we try to show you and provide you a bit of more details about. And this is the top 10 results for the profit retriever, where we are basically looking back 4 weeks to make sure that we have the ones that are the most stable ones, the ones that are cashing in pretty much every single week. And this particular video here for week 30 was a new all-time high. So basically over the past 4 weeks, when we look back here for the top 10 results, we actually managed 13,000. So that means that anybody who would have linked up with those similar results here would have made a profit of 13,000 for 10 signals in just 1 month. So definitely it is worth having a look at. Now you can find a lot more details again on our website. We try and gather everything there for you, so you can basically gather your own opinion and understand exactly how you want to be part of this, if you just want to have a look at it. But if you want to trade the profit retriever, then you're clicking the profit retriever trading. If you think this is way too much and I have no idea what the heck you guys are talking about, you go over to the copy link trading, and you can basically copy either high tech investment here or other traders that are providing signals for you. You can go in and decide exactly which ones you want yourself, so nobody is pressuring you to take any particular signal. And as you can see, we also have the spaghetti trader. We have had that one, and it has definitely shown to be a very difficult nut to crack. For this particular week, we have some very good results, and the reason for that is, once again, we have made some changes to the spaghetti trader here. We have gone away from the crossover, the way basically that the EA closes trades out. We are back to trade profit and stop loss. And even on top of this, we have now also made some changes where we are only trading the signals that has been positive since we have started it out. And then we have increased some of the lot sizes on top of this to try and see if we can actually make this work over long periods of time. Now, as you can see here, the stability and the profits are there this particular week. But we have to mention again, it is not that stable, because one week we have nice results like this. The next week it is down again. And that's not what we're calling stable results. But 15 minutes, $363 or 4.3%. Definitely not bad. 1 hour one, which is the one we like the most, $446 or 5.3%. And then the 4 hour one, $447, 5.3%. So they're all very nice and positive. The issue we have here is that it is very much up and down almost week by week. So we'll have to wait and see, but you can already go in on our website. You have the 3 links in here, and you can click the 15 minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hour. It will take you straight to our FX Blue links, where you can find a lot more details on the individual trades and see how it's going right now. Now, the next part we have is the Trade Explorer, and we are very, very happy with this particular one here. It has produced some very nice profits. And as you can see, the 22 pair, not so much this particular week, $178, 1.2%. The 10 pair one, they had another great week, $859 and 5.5%. And this has been one of the ones that we have spent very, very little time on, and still it cashes in all the time, which is the reason also why we made this video. So this is about a week or 2 old here. And basically it might be the best trading robot ever. And the thing in Forex markets is always, when you start to talk about it, when you start to showing your results, when you think, okay, we got it cracked right now, then something happens. And of course, it also happened here. And that is why we are trading these things on demo accounts over long periods of time. Because just as you think you have it cracked, as you can see the history up here, 79 days, we are basically getting very close to 3 months of trading. Monthly returns, it has dropped. It was at 20%. Monthly returns was over 3-4%. And then this week, we ended up with a big loss. So this is only for the account with the 10 pair, not the 22 pair. 22 pair is fine. But basically, there was one currency pair, the US Japanese, that basically not wiped out the account, but definitely made a big dent in it. As you can see on the graph here, we lost $2,876. So for that particular week, and that also means that we have wiped out the profit from the last 2.5 weeks, which obviously is sad, but the account is still very much in plus, but definitely something that we didn't think was going to happen. Now, basically, it went out of money. So basically, the deposit load itself was quite high. You could also see, similar to what we just shown you here. So the maximum drawdown was 75%. The max deposit load was 192. And basically, it ended up having a big minus and closing a couple of these trades that are highlighted here, actually 5 in total. That produced a loss of $3,872, and then it recovered after that. And obviously that has taken a big hit on the overall account, and also a bit on, of course, our trust and our faith with this particular EA. Now you can obviously find also here more details, so you can go in and dissect exactly our trades. You have links for the 22 pair account, which is working fine, and we're going to have a look at that in a second. 10 pair account 1, and then obviously also here, if you want to buy it or if you want to have a closer look at it, think you can maybe do better than us, also here you have an opportunity to get a 5% discount for that particular EA. So the numbers for the 22 pairs, which seems to be trading more safe, but we thought the more conventional 10 pair one would be the one to go by. Obviously not. The weekly return here on the 22 pair, 3.8. Monthly returns 16.7, so definitely very, very good. History also 79 days here. And for that particular week, we made not much, but $179 is certainly better than losing several thousands. So we will continue to let this one trade. And obviously, we only lost a couple of weeks of trading. I'm sure the EA will be able to make this back again in the next month or so. Now we're also getting to the prop cruncher, and this there is a lot of hype about at the moment because we are talking about FTMO trading. And again, the prop cruncher here is not an EA standalone. It is part of the copy link service with Expert Forex, but we have now gone into phase 2. And this is a more of a continuous phase where anybody can link up at any given time. We provide you with a bit of a details and information on exactly how that works, how you can actually attend to test these phase 2 and set up your FTMO accounts in here. We also show you exactly what we have done. And that means that you have access to our FX Blue accounts. You have access to what Expert Forex have set up. And also you can have a look at our FTMO account itself, all the details and information that will provide. There is links to everything on our website. So definitely you can follow it very, very closely and up to date at any given time. And that is also what Expert Forex and Alex has made a short little video on the prop trading and the success it has in here. He's talking about a lot of different types of links. So previously we just had the profit retriever link and some other EAs. Now we have developed a lot of different types of trading, including the profit retriever trading I mentioned to you here about today. Prop cruncher is also getting extremely successful in here, and all of that you can find a lot more about in Alex's email. And that's what we have for you in this week's news report. As you can see, a lot of news and exciting news definitely, and hopefully also more profitable news is to come here still. So make sure that you put the notification button on here so you never miss any of our news reports, so you know exactly where we are going with all of this. So I hope to see you on one of my next videos. Bye-bye.
I hope you enjoyed our news report, so please don't forget to like and add your comment below, as we would love to get your feedback. But before you go, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to keep the notification bell turned on. That way you will never miss any of our future videos. We hope to see you back on this channel very soon.